Has Sue Ellen's reach for the bottle gone too far? Has Dusty's anger got the better of him? Or will Cliff Barnes finally settle the score? The wait is over tonight as we find out who shot JR at 9 p.m. But first, it's your friendly Thamesmen.
I think you got caught there, George.
I did not get caught. But you've got it. Okay. Hello, I'm George. I'm in Los Angeles.
And I'm Alexander. I am in Colorado. And I've got what?
You've got very surreal in our little insults before the camera rolls, where I'm still saying bad words. You're saying things like fish.
that actually freaked me out as well.
Like,
it
what?
was just like, where did that one come from? Anyway, what we do, ladies and gentlemen, we have a countdown. And we get really excited and we try and make each other laugh. But have we introduced ourselves? I don't think so. Yes, we have we not?
I think it's just... I'm George, I'm in Los Angeles. We did already.
I'm in Colorado. And welcome to the Thamesmen, the absolutely high-quality, no-budget reaction channel in a niche of its own. It's a light entertainment, wibbly-wobbly. You're going to come on a journey with us and watch us as we know nothing about the artist that we're listening to.
We know nothing about lots of things. We're quite proud of that fact, I think, aren't we?
Well, the fact is, we don't know what we don't know.
Ah, I see. Now you see, so we created this reaction channel to help ourselves be more like, to sort of tickle our creative juices and learn about things, didn't we? Get away from Hawkwind and Def Leppard.
I know, and it has. It really has completely changed the music I'm listening to.
Yeah, it's very true. A whole world of Australian bands, a whole world of 70s tunes we had missed somehow, the whole European, sort of symphonic rock era, unbelievable.
I know,
tunes.
my music choice has completely changed since doing this. So, it's very easy when you get into your own playlists on Spotify to get into a hamster wheel and run in your hamster wheel and run in your hamster wheel and stay in your wheel. And this channel, if you bear with us, we'll take suggestions from everyone at left field and right field. We read and reply to every single comment that comes in. And Chris, who's the third Thamesman behind the scenes, who has got his hands on the knobs, he feeds us things. And talking to which, today, Marc Cohen. What do you know about Marc Cohen?
Absolutely bugger all.
I know absolutely sod it. Nothing.
So we trust Chris. And so far, he's seen us right, He's seen us right. And it's only when we start choosing tracks does no one watch them, really, does it? So, yeah.
Oh, God, it's amazing, isn't it?
This is weird, weird correlation. I just think it's chance, though.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway, so Chris put his... Chris went down into the cave. He's got a cave. And he was rummaging for about half an hour. And he came out and I said, how are you doing, Chris? He went, Marc Cohen, Walking in Memphis. And it was like, that's it. So it's
dusting it off out of the basement.
Absolutely, he just pulled it out of his beard like that. And he Marc Cohen, and then he just
Marc Cohen.
I'm walking to Memphis, and then he just fucks off again, and then we don't see him for about a week.
Leaves us some notes and a
Yes.
cookie, and says, "Get on with it, boys."
Well, let's have a look at the notes. So, Marc Cohen, right here we go. Recorded in '91, right. Walking in Memphis. Mm-hmm. I've never heard of it. This singer-songwriter appeared with a bullet in '91. His first single made the top 20 all over the world. God, we haven't heard of him.
He appeared with a bullet. Like, hello,
he did.
I got a bullet.
I got a bullet, and then he went
went
all around the world with it, showing everyone. Well,
is that Australian? For he appeared out of nowhere.
No, he appeared with a bullet in '91. The first single made the top 20.
With a bullet. Okay.
I don't know why he's bragging about the bullet,
right.
But he went on to help him win a Grammy for the best new artist at the age of 32. Walking in Memphis is an autobiographical tale of a visit to Memphis. No shit.
Walking in
Well,
Birmingham.
that began with visiting Reverend Al Green in his church and watching a sermon that led him to be moved to Robbinsville, Mississippi's Hollywood Cafe to see Muriel Davis Wilkins play the piano whilst performing gospel standards. Wow. He got it hit hard. It continues to be much loved, played and standard, as well as his only top 40 hit. So, I have got a feeling that once that starts, we might know it. It's if it's that big a hit.
The name sounds familiar, I must confess. But
What,
yes.
Marc Cohen?
Now, I think this performance, Walking in Memphis.
Oh.
I think this performance, just because I could see the first frame of the video, says Austin City Limits. And Austin City Limits, for those who don't know, is a hugely influential, successful television show out of Austin, which is done by the public broadcaster, and they've been doing it for 40 years. And I was lucky enough to go and visit them about a month or so ago, and maybe I'll see how my pictures, but I might be able to put a picture up there of me sitting with the guy David Huff, who has sat in the chair and recorded every single performance at Austin City Limits for 40 years. And so he has seen some of the most unbelievable performances, and he's the nicest guy ever. One of the interesting things, the theatre, just by the by, so the original place where they had it, the very first performance was Willie Nelson. And then they built a new theatre and they moved to where it is. And I went there and they've got a smoking gallery. And it is especially for Willie Nelson. It's got a cutout of Willie Nelson. So when he's there and he wants to have a little toot, they've got a spot for him.
Ah, fantastic.
Yeah.
There you go. Excellent. I hope you do put a photo up behind. That guy, 40 years, been doing this. Wow, that's great. And he records every answer.
And I went through the gallery of pictures, and some of the performances they've had there are ridiculous. They've had just the list of people who've played on Austin City Limits is amazing, truly amazing.
In that list somewhere is Marc Cohen, and he walked there.
Yeah,
with his bullet.
So with his bullet.
Yeah.
Are we ready?
Yes. Count me in.
Okay. So, 3, 2, 1, go.
Now here's Marc Cohen.
Put on my blue suede shoes and I boarded the plane. Touchdown in the land of the Delta Blues, in the middle of the pouring rain. W.C. Handy, won't you look down over me? Yeah, I got a first class ticket, but I'm as blue as a boy can be. Then I'm walking in Memphis, walking with my feet 10 feet off a beam. Walking in Memphis, do I really feel where I feel? I saw the ghost of Elvis on Union Avenue, followed him up to the gates of Graceland, and then I watched him walk right through. Now security did not see him, they just hovered around his tomb. But there's a pretty little thing waiting for the king, which is right down in the jungle room. Walking in Memphis, walking with my feet 10 feet off a beam. Walking in Memphis, do I really feel where I feel? They've got catfish on the table, they've got gospel in the air, and Reverend Green, be glad to see you when you have not got a prayer, yeah. But boy, you've got a prayer in Memphis. piano every Friday at the Hollywood. And they brought me down to see her, and they asked me if I would do a little number. And then I sang with all of my might. She said, tell me, are you a Christian child? And I said, ma'am, I am tonight, walking in Memphis. I was walking with my feet 10 feet off a beat, walking in Memphis. I feel walking in Memphis, but I was walking with my feet 10 feet off a beat, walking in Memphis. Do I really feel the way I feel? I put on my blue suede shoes and boarded the plane. Touchdown in the land of the Delta Blues, in the middle of the pouring rain. I touched down in the land of the Delta Blues, in the middle of the pouring down rain.
What do you think to that?
I loved it. I loved that. I thought that was just like knowing, having had the notes, that it was, I suppose, because also we're listening and paying attention, that it was a journey through Memphis and through the aspects of Memphis. And, it had those little touch of like the sort of gospel-y piano in there. And, and it was, I loved it. I could have shut my eyes and just sort of drifted away to it and listened, been on that journey, on that sort of path, I think, and his voice. Wow, his voice.
Yeah. I was going to say the aspect of the song. I mean, the song itself is so well written. His voice was wonderful, but how brave is he to get up there with just him and a piano? Mm-hmm. Singing. I mean, that was it. That was all there was. And by the end of it, you could have heard a pin drop.
Yeah. And he had control. He had a sort of timbre to his voice that was like just really. I don't know. It was like what did that expression you used once? Burnt honey. Or something like that.
Honey and gravel.
Yeah, it was just like it had that edge to it, but it was just appealing all the way,
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Well, it's going to be a hard one, but I think it's time that we get the scoreboard out. Ready?
Yeah.
There it is. All right, latest scoreboard, Mark 3, George. Here we are, Marc Cohen, Walking Through Memphis. Very difficult one to score.
Yeah, but a class,
I had heard it before.
I'd heard the song before, yeah. I hadn't seen that performance,
no.
And but I heard that song before, but I never, ever focused on it in that way, and I never had a chance to really listen to it.
I always thought it was Billy Joel.
Well, Piano Man, I suppose, isn't it?
Kind of that genre.
Yeah. So I loved it. So I'm going to go. I'm going to give it like an 8.3 is my score on that one. I thought it was a really strong song. It's a classic. Loved his voice. So 8.3 for me.
All right, fantastic. I'll match you. I'll equal you at 8.3 because I thought it was an extremely brave performance. You have to be confident. And he backed it up with the most exquisite vocal. and he seemed pretty vulnerable up there. And I liked the song, and I just thought he, as I said, he had the crowd and us in the palm of his hand. It was brilliant.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, I mean, okay, so let's fire up the calculator, please. And so we've got an 8.3 times 2. Even I can do that math.
19.9.
19.9 again. Yeah, so 16.6. So, where's that?
Where does it lie? 16.6. So Marc Cohen, Walking in Memphis. Here we go.
Or it's like there.
It's going to split the James Gang
And the Knack.
and the Knack. So it's above Joan Armour Trading, Thin Lizzy, James Gang. Then we've got Marc Cohen. Then we've got the Knack. Then we've got Jimmy and Joe Bossa Massa. Then we've got Mamas and Papas, Alan Parsons, NF. And finally at the top, the rock anthem, Leonard Skinner, Freebird.
Can Freebird be displaced?
I don't know if it can be. I think that should always be up there. Left up there.
Just as a marker of,
Yeah.
I've got one other little fact for you about that performance. I don't know if you noticed at one point when the camera panned across from up high, and it would panned across a tree branch.
Yes.
And that was that was in the original location before they moved, like 10 years ago. And that was in every shot. They always had that tree branch. When the show opened, the camera would fly in through the tree branch, and it was like one of the iconic things. And it was literally like a plastic branch bolted to a bit of set, basically. And when they moved buildings, they couldn't bring the branch with them, so it's sitting in a museum now.
And also, when was that recorded, roughly, do you think?
I think
Was it 80s or 90s?
Well, the track was 91.
All right, okay, so I reckon it was around then. I tell you what, that keyboard sound for 91, 92, 93 was superb.
Yeah, he could definitely.
No, but in terms of keyboards, because that was the kind of we just moved out the DX7. Oh my god, what a keyboard! But the DX7 everyone has shit piano sounds. But that was a really good piano sound for that Korg.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was a great performance. Really fun. So.
Yeah. All right.
What's going to be next, my friend?
What will Chris give us? Chris didn't disappoint us.
Yeah, so those who are wondering where the Wheel of Fortune is, it's gone on holiday.
Yes.
Just while we're catching up with a load of requests and things, because otherwise we get a bit carried away and end up all over the shop. So
it's
just doing a bit of catching up with people requested.
I'm just putting some lead weight behind Lou Reed because it's been on there for fucking months and we've never landed on it. All right. I'll see you.
I think you get a decent amount of your tracks. Yeah.
I'll see you on the next show.
See you on the next one.
Bye.